Hello and welcome to the Madhup's podcast. Here is your host Madhup Shrivastava with a new podcast. Today I'll speak on making a conscious effort to live in the moment. You have heard it said before, probably many times, that it is important to live in the present moment. In our current 21st century lives, it is not easy. There is always something coming up that we need to prepare for or anticipate, and our lives are so well documented that it has never been easier to get lost in the past. Given the fast pace and hectic schedules most of us keep, a base level of anxiety, stress and unhappiness is the new norm. You may not even realize it, but this tendency to get sucked into the past and the future can leave you perpetually worn out and feeling out of touch with yourself. Living in the present moment is the solution to problem you may not have known you had. You might be thinking, this all sounds great. But what does it actually mean to live in the present moment? How could we be living in anything but the present? Being in the present moment, or the here and now, means that we are aware and mindful of what is happening at this very moment. We are not distracted by ruminations on the past or worries about the future, but centered in the here and now. All of our attention is focused on the present moment. Being present-minded is the key to staying healthy and happy. It helps you fight anxiety, cut down on your worrying and rumination, and keeps you grounded and connected to yourself and everything around you. Living in the now is so difficult because we are always encouraged to think about the future or dwell on the past. Advertisements, reminders, notifications, messages, and alerts all are so often geared towards the past or the future. Think about how often you are busy doing something else, perhaps even fully engrossed in it, when you are jolted out of your flow by your phone's sudden ding. Now think about how often that message or notification helps you stay present and aware of the here and now. If you're like me, your response to that is probably just about never. Our phones are incredible pieces of technology that allows us to do so much more and do it so much more efficiently than ever before, but we really need to take a break from our phones at least once in a while. Other factors that contribute to our inability to live in the now include we often edit out the bad parts of our experiences, making our past seem more enjoyable than it really was. We face a lot of uncertainty when we live in the present, which can cause anxiety, and our minds simply tend to wander. It is essential to a healthy life to spend some time thinking about the past and the future, but it is rare that we don't think enough about the past or the future. Usually, our problem is focusing too intently or even obsessively on the past or the future. So, the question is how to be present and live in the moment. To get to this healthy balance, try to keep these guidelines in mind. Number 1, think about the past in small doses and make sure you are focusing on the past for a reason. For example, to relive a pleasant experience, identify where you went wrong, or figure out the key to a past success. Number 2, think about the future in small doses and make sure you are focusing on the future in a healthy, low anxiety way. For example, don't spend time worrying about the future. Think about the future just long enough to prepare for it and then move on. And number 3, stay in the present moment for most of your time. Of course, following these guidelines is easier said than done, but it will get easier with practice. Hope you enjoyed our podcast. Thank you for listening. Reach out to us with your stories to share. Our email is skpitraining@gmail.com. We meet again. Until then, keep well and keep safe. Bye for now.